Ladles and jelly spoons, welcome back to Badgerworks Gaming Division. Today, yes, we are back in the Last Caretaker again. And we're trying to figure something out. So we are back here at the Exodus thing. There is yon rocket. And we've got a bit of a problem. I've been doing some reading on things. And it turns out we should have been doing something else. So if you notice up in the top left there, it says Quest 1, Ascension, initiate humanity's return to the stars, initiate rocket launch. Now, obviously we've already done that, but the problem is, what should have happened when we launched said human into space, stay away from my cables, you ratbag. What should have happened is it should have given us, it should have completed that quest and given us another one. And it didn't. Hang on. I just realised we're going the wrong way. And what it should have done is sent us off to find another place. Which, as I said, it didn't. Because this quest hasn't completed. So, what we're going to do... Because if you remember, I had a spare human. So I have refueled the ship and everything. Got it all ready to go again, I think. Yes, that's all ready to go. Let's just disconnect this cable and close that. And that should get us ready to go. So, oxygen, methane, electricity. We have a single human in there. All the hatches are closed, everything's disconnected. So, if you remember, we went over to the launch control over there, which you can see is blazing away quite nicely with all the power, and we launched the rocket. And it didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it didn't complete the quest. So, I've been reading a few suggestions on how to fix it, and I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. So, we are going to come to this. We are going to hit Startup, waiting for launch request. Right, so we leave that. Now, we're going to drop down here. And we are going to head over to the launch center. And apparently, I think the problem is, because if you remember, those of you who watched it, I went across there laying cable all the way. If you'll pardon the expression. And what people have said is that you should use this. So... we're going to try this and see if this works. I don't know if it will. If it doesn't, you know, But we're going to give it a go and see what happens. Those sharks do look cool in the dark. Right, so... I think we don't need to do anything here. Should all be ready to go. Those cables from when I was shredding the place, you'll notice the place is shredded. Now I'm not going to save it, okay? I'm not going to save it. Right, so now we come into here and we request launch. Oh. Right, let's see what this does.
Cleared.
So we'll just give it a minute. Well, half a minute. Because what it should do is launch the rocket like it did before.
20 seconds and counting.
And then when the rocket comes back, it should complete this quest.
T-minus 15 seconds.
And
Guided
give us a new quest.
12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition running. Liftoff. We have liftoff.
Right, there it goes. That is so cool.
Look. Just look at it. Humans ascending again. Soaring into the heavens. You've done it. You've really done it. Do you feel this? This impossible joy. It's happening, Caretaker. We've reached hope.
Now, I don't think
Something out there is calling to you. Do you hear it? It knows things we don't. Or perhaps things we once knew. A location has been received. Carry on.
And there we go. Now you see we have the quest, The Last Listener. Ah, right. Now, what we have here, folks, is a classic example. Now, I've mentioned before, I used to work in the games industry. I worked in the games industry for more than 15 years. And the majority of that time, I was in QA. And this is exactly the kind of issue that we used to come across all the time. And it's down to one of two things. Either the game wasn't tested properly, or it was tested properly, and they're like, we'll fix it later. Here it comes again. I love this music. Wait for it. Wait for it. Any second now. Come on. Come on. Oh, maybe it only does it when you look away or something. No? Anyway, we should just get the top back on there in a minute. Now we can save it. Hang on a second. Right, let's just put that there. So, the issue here is when a dev team basically expects you to do things in a certain way. And if you don't do things in that way, it breaks the game. So they have obviously been looking at this and going, well, you know, once someone's got the rocket powered up, they jump on this little you know, sledge thing, and they would you know, go to the launch control and launch the rocket. But we didn't do that. We went across that thing down there, and so as a result it didn't work. And one of the basics of game testing is if there are multiple ways to complete an objective, you have to test every way to complete that objective. And in this case, as I said, it's really one of two things. It either wasn't tested, and honestly I don't know the resources this studio has. They may not have much in the way of resources, or they were like, someone has reported this as a bug during testing, and the dev team have said, yeah, that's fine, we'll fix it at some point. It's on the list to be fixed. But you see, what it's done is that's dropped us right in it, because I didn't even know that Last Listener quest existed. So when I saw that thing up the top there, I thought, oh, it's just one of those like recurring quests. So once you've done it once, you just keep doing it. Do you see what I mean? So there, that is obviously a problem. So I've also built all this, by the way, to recharge everything. How much? 6,000 in there. 6,000 in there. That is full. Right. So yeah, like I said, the problem that we have is that we didn't even know that we were, you know, not progressing. And it's like I said, I kept like reading about people talking about this, you know, listener quest and all this kind of thing, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. What, you know, what's that? And I've actually been to the listener station. I'm kind of curious. Oh, I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen when we go there, because I have already repaired it. And apparently, this quest that we've got now that says go to the last listener station is to repair that station. And what it's supposed to do, spoiler alert, is it's supposed to give you some locations on the map. So we'll have to see what happens when we get there. Right, let's just see what this is doing. See, it's going to be the electricity that's going to be the problem here. We've got enough of everything else. But I want to get this fueled up because I want to go away from my cables, you little rat bag. Go on, sling your hook. Every time I come back here, I spend ages having to track down all the cables that these little rat bags have pulled out, because they just fly into them and rip them all out without even realising. Anyway, yeah, so like I said, I'm kind of curious to see what we're going to find when we get to this place. Right, okay, let's turn all this off for a minute and shut that off, because I think that's just used up all my petrol. Let's shut that off. I'm just wondering actually whether to put a water tank up here. So there should be enough in there to I'll just turn it off. Why is it still going? Stop it. Or is it this? There are a lot of audio bugs in this game. There really are. See, I've turned that generator off and you can still hear the noise of it. But anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. Right, that's all off. These batteries are completely drained, but we have there's like 12 solar panels over the other side there, which will hopefully charge them back up. But yes, so yeah, this is, as I said, it's one of the problems with QA, or lack of QA, is when things like this happen. See, listen, that sound effect is still here from that rolly thing from before, and it's not there. When I first got here, I did wonder if it had respawned. Anyway, let's drop down, and we'll take a little trip over to the listener station and see what happens. Right, let me just disconnect these cables. You notice we've now got an oxygen cable running up there as well. Oh, and I've moved everything again. Look how much more space there is here now. I've literally just moved everything to the sides, and it's created so much more space on this deck. So yeah, I did do a little bit of moving around down here as well. Not much, but I basically added 2 more fuel tanks. And the reason for that was I went to when I went to the what's it called, the sanctuary thing that we went to last time. There was a tank full of fuel, and my tanks were already full, so I just quickly whacked 2 more in here just to take that fuel. So yeah, that's all good. Is that? Oh, that's got a little bit in it. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's take that and that. Let's take all of that. And we'll just pop that in there and let that fill those tanks up a little bit. It won't do a lot, but it'll give us a little bit. It's just so basically so we can refill the flamethrower when we need to. Anyway, so let's go and throw down a quick save, and then we'll have a look at the map. So yeah, just just to reiterate, if any of you might have had the same issue with that quest not completing, that's why. So basically, you need to put a human in the rocket, get it all set up, ready to go, and then when you go to the launch control, go on the little elevator thing, not across the bridge on foot, and that should hopefully fix it. But anyway, so let's have a look. We are down here. See, there's the listener station there, and I've already been there, but we will head over that way again. There's another drop pod. We'll go to that first because that's going to have lots of goodies on it. We'll grab that, and then we'll swing round and head up to the listener station. Because we want to get that, because it's got loads of stuff. It's funny, because the other one's over there, look. It's still there. What's that? That's a mine, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Onwards. Why is that mine doing that? The anchor doing that? There are some weird physics in this game. Right, we need to turn and we need to not hit. There's a mine out there somewhere, and I don't want to hit it. There it is over there. That's all right. We're fine. Of course, the weather has now turned because obviously. Right, I'll just grab this thing and then we'll head over to that listening station and see what happens, because it might trigger something when we get there. Because I went there off camera because I thought it was just like another relay, like navigation relay, and it's not. So, yeah, you know. Right. Are just coast up to this. And a little bit further. Come on, ship, a little bit further. And anchor. Oh, I think we might be a little bit too far away from it. But anyway, we know how to get into this thing now anyway, so let's just Oh, I didn't realise it's got windows in it. Look at that. I just realised I should have dumped a load of stuff, but anyway. Never mind. Right, down. And in. And up. Whoop. Ladder. Right, give us your stuff, you rat bags. That. Quite a few of these coffee beans now. I think we need to make something to plant those. This is so cool. It's like when you see stuff that's all pristine, it's great. Oh, there's nothing in this one. Whoop. Is that it? Oh, that was it. God, you blooming cheapskates. Rat bags. Anyway, we can make that. Yes. Okay, let's head up to that listening post. Fire up the diesels as well, why not? Get a bit of velocity. But look how much clearer the view is out the front now. We can actually see what we're doing to a certain extent. I did see another player, and instead of using those big solar panels, they'd used nothing but the small ones and laid them flat. And it improves the view off of the ship enormously, but these ones give so much power. But anyway. But yeah, just to reiterate what I was saying earlier, one of the main functions of a QA department is to test things like this. You know, when you're given the design documents for a game, or you know, for a level or whatever, you look at not just what the intended path is, but you look around that path and you try and find other ways to do things. And this is a typical example of going off the beaten track and breaking the game. I could give you a million examples of games where things like this have happened, and it seems so obvious now, but when you don't know as a player that you're supposed to be moving on to this next thing, you're stuck. I mean, technically, this is what's called a technical hang, and it's where the game is still running but the player is unable to progress. And so that's what's happened here. It's like you can still play the game but you can't advance the story, and you don't, you know, and like, as a player you don't know why. But that's called a technical hang. Like an actual hang is where the game stops running. So the program is still active but it's non-responsive. A technical hang is where the game is still running and you can still play it, but you can't progress. So like a door doesn't open when it should, or like this, a quest doesn't proceed when it should onto the next stage, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. So yes, this just goes to show the importance of QA. And yes, I am beating my own drum a little bit here, because that's what I did for many years and I'm very proud of it. Anyway, let's get to this listener station and see what goes on here. Is that it? I think that's it there. Yep, that's it. This is a very odd place. It took me a little while to figure this place out, but I'll talk you through it when we get there. I'm just hoping it's actually going to work. So just for reference, we are going to be heading to that little leg there. Oh, God. Yeah, that there. But like I said, I'll talk you through how you get into the place when we get there. This is a very pretty game. I know I keep saying it, but it is a very pretty game. It would be nice if it was a little bit more reliable. There seems to be quite a lot of issues. I mean, it's still early access, so it's, you know, it is what it is. I've known full price titles that have released in far worse state than this. Right, let's oh no, let's no, don't do that. Let's turn that off. We'll just switch back to the electrics, because that brings the speed down, makes it a little bit more maneuverable. And of course we're going to arrive here just as it gets dark, because of course we are.
The last listener station.
Aha.
There's very little known about this facility. Perhaps the top of that tower is our best bet.
Aha.
It seemed to be another relay, but this one looks different to the others. Let's activate it.
Way ahead of you, old
Words from
girl.
the listener. Yet, did you truly think only seed vaults carried our hope?
Aha. Now, does that mean... I've got to be careful here, because this is a very tight fit, if you'll pardon the expression. Because we've got to kind of wedge the boat in to this little hole here. Stop laughing at the back. Right, let's see if we can get this. Oh, jump and get in there. Right. No, come here, you. You want to be over here. There we go. No, get back on the boat. Get on the boat. On the boat. Thank you. And that one goes in there. Right, now hook that up, and this should all come to life, and it didn't. Hang on. Okay, that's worrying. Oh, you rat bags, you've knocked one of the wires out, haven't you? Alright, well anyway, let's try something first. We'll go up there and have a look in a minute, but let's just check the map. Ah. Looky, looky. Those weren't there before. Was that there? I think that means it's an underwater location where it's got those bubbles. See, look, there's one right there. 400 meters away. A seed vault. And look, there's one over there, look. God, there's loads of them. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. There. There's loads of them. Oh, and actually something else was interesting. While I was mooching around before, I found that. And that, if you notice, is outside any of the ranges of the navigation towers. So there's obviously stuff out there. In fact, one thing we really should do... There's one there, look. One thing we really should do one time is go and have a look at that. And see what that is. Because that's where we started, Sanctuary Dock 37. And there's something there. So... yeah, looks like we've got a work cut out for us. But these are all, well, seed vaults, I'm assuming. Oh. So we'll... let's just uncheck that. We'll have a look at that. But let's just go and have a look up at this tower first. Yeah, you see that's under the water, look. It's down there under the water. Right, now. This lift is not working. Alright, no problem. We can fix that. 1 second. Right, let's grab a couple of batteries. And we'll do this the old-fashioned way. I'll just charge myself up, actually. Actually, what have I got on me? Oh, I need to get rid of all that stuff, don't I? Carrying way too much stuff. Right, let's get rid of those. Those. We want power cables just in case. Right, let's get rid of all this other stuff. Right, that can go in there, that can go in there, that can go in there. What is that? A stopwatch. Ooh. Biology notes. Okay. Where did I put the other ones of those? Can't remember where I put them now. Did I put them in there? No, but that's where the batteries are. I'll just take 2 of those. Where did I put those? Because I picked up some more of those and I can't remember now where I put them. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you remember the guy from the last one. He's in there. I just stuck him in the corner because he kept rattling around. Where did I put those other things? No. No. There they are. I know I put them somewhere. Right, let's get rid of this stuff. So nice having all these boxes. That. We'll take that. Right, we have the flamethrower. We might take the electric rifle, because that is actually quite handy. Right, and the sun is coming up. That's nice. Hopefully we'll have fewer rat bags to deal with. Right, so, just so you know, when I first arrived here the last time, what I did was I docked over there. I'm not going to move the ship now because there's no point. But I'll just show you. Because obviously you need to get up to the top. And as you can see, there is a steps here. So, I'm wondering if this is reset because I've kind of redone the quest sort of thing. Anyway, I ran power all the way up these steps, which wasn't as bad as it might seem. Because when you do these steps, basically the cable will run like from there up to there before it needs an extender. So we come all the way up here. This place was absolutely packed with stuff, by the way, which I shredded, obviously. All the way up to the top here. And here we have our first power thing. So, I'll just throw down a quick save. Because I don't want to have to wire that for power all again. So hopefully we can do this with batteries. Because what we want to do is connect that to there. And then out here we have this. Now the annoying thing of it is, and I found this out when I got here, you can't put extenders on this material on this bridge. So you can't run a cable. Can I help you? Oh, you things are annoying. Yeah, you can't run a cable across there. So what I had to do was run over here, deal with all the rat bags that were over here, and then basically, you know, like run a cable down there and move the ship. So there's the cable, and you'll probably find one of these rat bags has bumped into it and knocked it over, because that's what usually happens. Right, that's all lit up. Is this plugged in here? That's plugged in. Okay. Really? That is plugged in. This is why another reason I use these extenders is to get the cables as tight to the ground as possible, to stop these so-and-sos from knocking into them and knocking them over. Right, that's all good. That one's connected. That's connected. Ah, there's the problem. That's what's wrong. That cable has come off. So there's a cable should go from there to there. And you'll probably find it's one of these so-and-sos has knocked it off. Right, okay. Now, the problem is this lift eats batteries like they're going out of fashion. So we'll have to see if we can get this put back together. And what I could do actually is build a solar panel and put a battery up here. Yeah, because it's black as you're at in there. Right, let me get this hooked up quickly, and then we'll go on from there. Right, let's just disconnect that. That's why I brought 2 batteries, you see. And that into there. Oh, come on. Right, let's get this lift up here. Here it comes, and we want to stop it in the right place. Right, so what we need to do is connect that to that. And there. Connect that to that. Do you know what we should probably do? This might be a better idea. Hang on. Let's build one of these here. Oh, like that. And then if we... Yeah, see that battery's gone flat already. That's the trouble. Oh, right. Okay. Well, now that's connected up, we can just basically jump. Oh, that's not a good idea. We can land on the ship. Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. So... Oh, come on, get up there. Right, I've got an idea. Right. I found this is the easiest way to build things. So if you just do this, pop that there, and then we want a battery, pop that there, and then we've got a list of all the things we need. The thing that's kind of annoying is it doesn't tell you what you have in storage. because I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of that stuff. See, like solar panels, I've got loads of them. Solar cells. So we'll take those. Connector ports. We need 4 of those. So we'll split that into 5. Battery cells. Logic chip. Do we have logic chips? Yes, we do. We need 1 for each of those. Alloy frames, we need 4. We only have 1. Let's have a look in this box. Is there any in here? No. Battery cells. So we need 2 alloy frames and 2 battery cells. That we can do. Battery cell. 1, 2. Alloy frame. 1, 2. Yeah, oh, it's already building it. And then what we do is we just dismantle that, and we've got all the parts to build it. See? Now we've got all the parts we need. So, give me a second. Make sure that bridge is still closed. I should have brought another battery really, just in case. Right, so what we'll do is we will build a battery in here. Yeah, see that battery's gone pop already. There we go, you see? Battery. Oh! You little rat bag, where did you come from? Oh, you little horror. This room, by the way, was absolutely rammed with those things. They were all over. All up on the walls, in the ceiling. It was absurd. Right, now. Can we get up onto the roof of this thing? Yes, we can. Let's put the gun away so we don't accidentally shoot one of these things and set them off, because that was really the last thing we want. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I wonder if I can put one up here. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Whoa! Right, this might be a good spot. It's not going to let me build it up here, is it? You little rat bag. This will be perfect. Look what... Oh, hang on. Oh, no, I think we might be able to. We might be able to... I think there's like a spot here where it's going to work. It just flashed green. Oh. There. Trouble is, sometimes it does that and it says... See, when it says waiting for alloy frame... Oh, maybe we are waiting for an alloy frame. I bet I won't be able to build one of them on me, will I? Oh, I can. Sometimes we do that and it says output blocked. Oh no, it's actually going to work. Ha 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 ha! Have at you! We will have our solar panel up here, thank you. Because this is a perfect place for it, look. Right, and then we connect that to that. And then we go down the ladder. And we go like this. Actually, what we can do is just plug that into that. And now, if we put an extender here, like that. Might put another one. Oh. Right, now, if we plug that, come here, in there, and that in there, and plug that in there, the ship will charge that battery, and then the solar panel will keep it topped up. Okay. 1 megawatt of power. But anyway, there you go. So we can leave that there, and that will keep this place charged up. Not that we'll probably ever likely to come back here, but still. So yes, you come in here. There are many, many rat bags, and we go all the way up to the top. And so in here we have our normal thing. Except what happened when you switch it on, it just says operation nominal and doesn't do anything. And then up here on the roof, now you remember normally we had to climb a ladder and repair something? Well, here you don't have to climb a ladder, but you have to repair 4 of them. You see? They only take like a couple of copper and a couple of other bits each. But, yeah, you have to repair all 4 of them. But because we've already done that, you see, now this is another thing that you would do as a QA tester, is you would come and repair this place first and then try and complete the quest afterwards to make sure that it actually works, which, to be fair, in this case it did, but that was only because we shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. Anyway, there you go. So that's that. It's interesting that these things are back. Because when I came here before, there was... God, it was ridiculous. So those, like, ball things... There was one over there. But it was basically inside the building down there. There were 2 of them here. There was one part there. And there was one over here. And I managed... I couldn't resist it. I cheesed one of them onto the bridge. And then opened the bridge and dropped it in the sea. And do you know what it did? The little rat bag. It respawned on that little island while my ship was there. Little so-and-so. Anyway. So that's that. Let's just sort this cable out while we're here. I just want to show you what my intention was. So let's... Because what we can do is if we take... if we grab this, reel that in, go from there to there, and put this back up, we should now be able to go from there to there, and now it won't get caught on the lift, you see. So, but yeah, they say a lot of the trouble with this is these things scoot around. They're almost like flying cows. They're just big and dumb, unless you aggro them, and then they turn into maniacs. But they do have a tendency to drag through these cables and disconnect them. Anyway, we shall leave that as it is, and we'll have a quick look at that seed vault, I think. Because you can see here what this cable's done here. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but there you go. Right, let's... But you see, this will now still work. So if any of these cables get disconnected again, it won't matter. Okay. Oh, get on the boat. On the boat. Oh, jeez. There we go. Right, let's disconnect that. Disconnect that. And we want to be over there. And there is a mine right where we want to be. Because of course there is. Right. Oh, good grief. Right, so we'll reverse out of here. We're gonna have to go in the water, aren't we? Oh, we gotta go in the water. I don't want to go in the water. I don't like going in the water. It's full of things and rat bags. Right. Let's swing the front of the ship round. The bow, or whatever it's called. Is it the bow? Bow and stern, isn't it? Front and back. Port and starboard is left and right. Although there's also larboard, wherever that is. Right, now that says 430 metres, but obviously that doesn't take into account how far down it is. Now the sea's going to get really rough, isn't it? You watch. Right, hang on a minute. Can we zoom in on this anymore? Yes, we can. Right, let's get rid of that. Oh. Whoop. So we're going to need to go by what's on there to get us close to it at least. I think we need a little bit more starboard. Because that line projecting from the ship shows you your course. So it's quite cool when you're trying to like aim for something like this, because you can put the line right over the icon. And by the way, let me just say, we are waiting for the sun to come up before I do this, so you know, get yourself a cup of tea and a book, because we're going to be here for a while. I might need to put a few more points into diving if this is going to be the case. Right, I think we're nearly there. So let's drop the anchor here. And I shall use this time to save and prepare. Isn't this so much better? You could have a game of football on this deck. Look at it. Not that I play football, but if I did, I could play it here. Right. So let's put that, and that up there. Let's go and put that in there. Oh, go on, get in there. Charge myself up. And we want enhancers, don't we? What? How have we got so many enhancers? Pressure. So let's just crank this to the maximum, I think. Right, there we go. So we can now dive to 100 meters. That should keep us fine for a little while. Just wondering whether to put these up. See, power management would be useful. Let's do that one. I might put some points into engineering as well. See, normally I don't worry about consumption of power because I'm, you know, attached to a battery or a power source, but there are times when I'm wandering about and I'm not. So that does that. I am going to put this, I'm going to max this out. See, when that says consumption, I'm assuming that means power consumption. But I'm more interested in the build time. Because some of these things, like oxygen tanks and stuff like that, they take a long time to build. Right. Improved hydraulics, do we need that? We'll leave the rest of that for now. Right, let's drop that. Right, what are we doing? Right, it would appear the sun is coming up. That's nice. Are there any rat bags in the water? Yes, there are rat bags in the water. Look at them, little rat bags. I see ya. You little so-and-sos. Ha! There you go, the sun got you, didn't it? I like doing that. You attract them to the side of the ship and then wait for the sun to get them and zap them. And then you can jump in the water and grab all their bits. It's a good way to get loads of free bits without really trying. Oh god, here we go. Have we gone past it? Hang on a minute, let me go and have a look at that map again. How did that happen? That's weird. Alright, never mind. Oh, there's a shark over there as well. We might need to take the rifle. Because I think projectile weapons work underwater. Because we do not want to be dealing with yon rat bag while we're paddling around in the water, thank you. I might just pop him before we go. Right. Power down. And anchor. Right, have we stopped? We have stopped, right. Let's grab the rifle. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's pop all of that in there. Rifle. 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 And we'll take... is 400 rounds a bit much? Yeah, we'll see. I think that should keep us going for a little while. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. Take that as well. And those. Because they will help deal with yon Sharky. And we'll get rid of him before we go down there. Right. Quick save. Have I got those unlocked? That's the normal glow stick. Where's the underwater glow stick? Is that it? Depth glow. There we go. Right. Depth glow. Let's build a few of them. Did that just go straight through the bottom of the ship? Oh no, we're alright. Right, how do these work? Add to holster. Ah, right, they go in number 3. That was weird. Okay, let's get rid of that bit of scrap. Because we don't need that. I was also thinking about building this other light. I don't know if I've got it unlocked. It was down here somewhere. Have I got it unlocked? Yes, it's that one. Eclipse. Paused waiting for materials. Power core. Isotope stabilizer. Okay, well, build it then. Power core. Which one's power core? Oh, there it is. There we go. Weird that it didn't just... Oh well. Right. So we've got that with us. Right. Oh, that's interesting. Right. Let's again get down there and see what happens. Oh, actually, I just had a thought. I need to grab a bit of fuel cable to connect the flamethrower to the backpack. Actually, we'll just take 2 of them. There's the Sharky. Right, going down. Let's try one of these things out, see what it does. Ah, there we go. Seed reserve number 3. Oh god, this is horrible. I don't like being down here. How far down are we? Yeah, well, we're almost 100 meters down. Oh, and it's getting a bit laggy as well. Yes, thank you. I think this is another one where we have to go in through the underneath. Up, up, up. Oh, God. Access granted. How do we get in? Hang on, let's turn that off for a minute. Okay. How do we get in? Whoa. Open. There we go. Oh, God, it's really... Why is it so laggy in here? Well, there's nothing in here. Well, that's a bit rubbish. Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Can you spell anticlimax? Oh, dear. Right. Down we go. Oh, this is horrible down here. Let us get out of here with all alacrity. Oh, it's all dark and horrible. I don't like it. I'm not even going to look around. I don't care. If something's going to eat me, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Just let it... Let's just get it over with quickly. One chomp and that's it. Oh, we're coming up directly under the ship. Oh, get me to the surface. Oh, this is horrible. I really don't like the water. I don't even like swimming pools. I'm okay. I'll go in a swimming pool, but I feel uncomfortable. I'll stay in the shallow end. It's yeah. As soon as I can't see, what's going on. There we go. Get up. Out, 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 out. Let us never speak of that again. All that preparation for nothing. Oh well. Let's have a look at the map. Seed Reserve 03. Alright. So, the question is, what do we do next? Because we do need to get more seeds, because we need to get them back. But to do that, we need Lazarus pods. But we can make Lazarus pods. So that's not too much of a problem. And I believe that the Lazarus pods are actually quite easy to make. Oh. We've still got places to go that we haven't been to. Like, again, some of these underwater things, which I really don't like. Right. I'll have to have a little think about it, but I think we'll call it quits there for now. I think we've had quite the successful day today. I'm tempted to head back to the Black Vein site and pick up some more oil. It is all the way over there. It's 10, nearly 11 kilometers away, but because I think what we could do, because I know there were a couple of things left at the seed vault, so we could go over to the Black Vein station, fill up with oil, hop over to here, and then flash back to the Lazarus complex. So I think I might do that off camera. I'll go up there, fill up with oil. I might film it, I don't know, we'll see. But I'll head up there, head over to the seed vault, and then make a run back to the Lazarus complex. But I'm not going to do that today. So in any case, hopefully you've all enjoyed that. I hope you've all had a nice Christmas and New Year, or whatever festivities you're involved in, or not, as the case may be. But yes, I do appreciate very much you all watching these videos, and I've had some really good comments on these, so thank you for that. A lot of people have told me things that I would never have figured out for myself. So do keep the comments coming. If I'm doing something stupid, which is almost inevitable, do feel free to let me know. I won't be offended. But yes, hopefully you're all still enjoying this madness. As ever, I'd like to thank my top tier patrons, Howard, Amy, Chris and Hawaii Clive O, for their continued support. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye.